チェアパーソンできるGood evening. My name is Kiyonobu Kuwahara. I'm a minister of the Berkeley Buddhist Temple. I'd like to thank all of you for attending to, this evening's Joya-E or New Year's Eve service. We'll begin this service with a moment of quiet sitting. I will strike the bell, and then we will sit for 1 or 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then I will hit the bell again, and then we will continue the service. Okay. So now I will read the sutra chanting Sambutsuge, which is on page 79 of the Purple Service book. So you are welcome to join sutra chanting, and then also you can silently follow the English translation of, at the bottom of each page.
Jin to
無量空君古代知恵人妙光明異相神道大仙願が差仏在小法可動生じ未不下脱不正上位解任生じ尿税三昧知恵以上合成特仏不行志願一切空空一切大安決し有仏百千の九万無量大小衆如五者供養一切死と小仏不尿愚道検証不逆異尿五者小仏世界無不影無種鮮度光明師匠変死証拠尿税精進異人難量量が差仏国土大五種奇妙道場超絶国尿内音二無闘争が東来民道達一切実法来生新年症状意図が国経楽安穏公仏神妙税が神聖本願の日力少々欲実法生存知恵無限上量子孫知が神妙軽量心死食毒中が行精進忍術不軽アマンダブアマンダブナマ Namandavts, 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 namandavts. Okay, so please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha on Doksan 2, which is on page 220 of the Purple Service book. And please remain standing for the reading of Three Treasures 1 on page 8 of the Purple Service book. Thank you. So now we will recite Three Treasures 1 on page 8 of the Purple Service book. Three Treasures 1. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as the disciples of the Buddha and be free from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony in the spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of karpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. 何万打仏、何万打仏。Now I will give a Dharma message. Okay, so if you can, please put your hands together in Gasho. How to listen to a Dharma message. Listen as if I'm listening for the first time. Listen as if the message is for myself alone. Listen as if this is the last chance to listen to the Dharma. In Japanese, 弔問の心得。この度のこのご縁は初事と思うべし。この度のこのご縁は我一人のためと思うべし。この度のこのご縁は今生最後と思うべしと。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏。Good evening. Thank you very much for attending today's service. This is the New Year's Eve service in Japanese, Joya-E. And then this is the last service for the year 2023. For those who have regularly attended the BBT Berkeley Buddhist Temple Sunday service in person, virtually this year, thank you very much for your support and then continuously listening to the Dharma. And then for those who are here first time, thank you very much too. And I think you had a good choice to conclude the year 2023. And because we also serve a soba noodle after the service. So to begin my Dharma message, so this is a quote that I'd like to share with you for tonight. So if you can, one more time, please put your hands together in Gasho. The unhindered light of Amida Buddha is the sun of wisdom, dispersing the darkness of our ignorance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So I'm from Japan, Hiroshima, Japan, and then I came to Berkeley 2003 as a student, and then it's almost 20 years. And next year, 2024, my 21st year will start soon in Berkeley. And then I have 3 boys. Oldest son Takato, he was born at the Alta Base, on Ashby, 2005, and he goes to college now. So time flies. I was young in those days. So I have one thing that I look forward to every year around the mid-December, which is this. So this is the kanji, Chinese character of the year. There is an association, organization of kanji Chinese character in Japanese. And this organization holds this event annually. And then people in Japan, they send their choices of one Chinese character that they think characterize or represent of the year, that year. Then every year, December 12, I learned December 12 in Japan, it's a kanji no hi, the day of Chinese character. If you go to Google, every day we have something. So today is such and such a day. And then today is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 だったっけ? Do you know 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, 1. December 31st. And then 2, 3, 2023. So, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A couple of days, 2 days ago だったっけ? We were watching the news and then, people talking about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. First, I wondered, what is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? That's right. December 31st, 2023. So every year, December 12th, at the Kiyomizu-dera, which is one of the most famous Buddhist temples in Kyoto, and then the head monk of the Kiyomizu temple, he draw the Chinese character that gets the most votes from the Japanese people. And then last year, 2022, the selected Chinese character kanji was ikusa, war. I'm sure last year the war between Russia and Ukraine started, so that's why this Chinese character was chosen. Yeah. And this year, so my plan was to talk about selected Chinese character for today's service, but when I saw this news, I wondered how should I talk about the tax in my Dharma message. So last year, maybe a little bit easier to connect war and then Buddhism, like a peace and the compassion, that kind of thing. But this year, tax was selected. So how I should handle, find a connection between tax and Buddhism. But anyway, so in Japan, this year, the new tax system started implemented. So, and then there are many discussions about increasing tax because, Japan, we need more money to provide like a social public service. So, but the population is declining and then, the tax income is also going down. So government or politicians, they're talking about increasing the tax. And so that's why people's attention were drawn to tax. So that's why, interestingly, Chinese character tax was, selected, as the kanji Chinese character of the year. Okay, so let me approach this Chinese character from Buddhist perspective. So I'm sure many people don't want to pay tax, including myself. Right? So we earn money, then we earn money, and then we need to pay tax. Or one way to look at tax is government deprives our money, right, from our pocket. So maybe this is one way to look at, more like a negative way to interpret, understand this tax, or more attachment or self-centered perspective. Maybe it seems very negative thing. But how about this? So my three boys went to school in Berkeley, Emerson, and then Wheeler, and then Berkeley High. So we need to pay school teachers. We need a fire station firefighters, and then police officers. We need a public service, and then infrastructures to build, maintain. So we do need money. Right? So our tax is used to kind of, paying a tax means we contribute to maintain, support our society, right? So to me, this is less attachment or less self-centered view to look at the tax, right? So if we can see tax this way, maybe we have more like a fair or positive feeling, right? So paying tax is same thing, but depending on how we see, or maybe based on me, or my attachment, or from broader perspective, maybe we can have a different understanding or interpretation. So one thing, but they're from different perspectives. Then, speaking of one thing, but a different perspective, I'd like to share this word. So this is an Indian Buddhist term, saha word, in Japanese, nindo. And then what's this? So saha, or the first Chinese character, nin, means endure or endurance. So Buddhism focuses on the revelation from suffering or difficulties, right? the founder of Buddhism, Gautama Siddhartha, this young prince, one day he encountered the reality of getting sick, getting old, dying. So that's how he threw away luxury life and then started a spiritual pursuit. And then eventually became a Buddha. Right? So the main topic of Buddhism is kind of to find a way to deal with or overcome the difficulties, challenges, suffering in our everyday life. Yeah. So, in other words, before we are liberated from this suffering, or before we become a Buddha, so this world is filled with difficulties, challenges, suffering. That is a reality of this world. So that's why in Buddhism, we call this world Saha world, or Nindo. Yeah. And then one time, two people were talking about this Buddhist term, Saha world. Yeah. And then one person said, okay, Buddhism talks about Saha world. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. People around me caused so many troubles, so many issues. So I need to deal with or endure all those difficulties, challenges, issues all the time, right? And then another person who was a Jodo Shinshu Buddhist, he said, oh, I agree with this idea of Saha world because of my greed, because of my anger, because of my stupidity, ignorance. I caused so many troubles. I gave so many issues to other people. So people around me, they patiently endure, all those things. Studying a Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu teaching, when I first, heard this story, very interesting to me. For the first person who endures, I endure, right? And it's other people around me, they cause trouble, they cause issues. Right? And then they are the ones who make this world filled with so many issues. But if we see this world or people around me that way, what happened? We complain, accuse, and then criticize those people. And then we start fighting. And then, to me, what the Jodo Shinshu Buddhist said, very impressive or interesting. Yeah. For him, it was him who caused all troubles and issues due to his anger, his greed, and his stupidity. And people around him patiently endured all those things. So when we do so, each of us realize how much troubles, issues that we make, and then realize people around me patiently endure or dealing with all those things. Then we realize that kind of reality. We would not complain or we would not criticize others, but rather we would become more humble, or try to be responsible with our actions or what we say. Right? Or we could be even appreciate other people's patience. Or when others cause those issues and troubles, we would have more like a capacity or acceptance or understanding of people's mistake or those issues. Right? So when more people live in this way, right, there will be more harmony, more peace in our community, in our society. So when we come to the temple, listen to the Buddha Dharma or teaching of Amida Buddha. So sometimes Amida Buddha is characterized as the Buddha of light, Buddha of light. Yeah. And then I like the beer Buddha Light. No, Bud Light. Sounds close, ne? Buddha Light and Bud Light. So this Buddha's light of wisdom breaks the darkness of our ignorance. And this light guides us to see things in different ways. Right? And then as we receive such new perspectives from the Buddha, or new, different, and then true perspectives to see things, then our ways of action, our way of speech, our way of thinking would be totally kind of changed, something different. So we still have a couple more hours before the end of the year 2023. I hope all of us will reflect upon the year 2023 with the Buddha Dharma. And then I hope you will have a good, great start of the 2024. Again, thank you very much for attending today's service. This is my Dharma message for tonight. So I'd like to conclude my message reading this passage one more time. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. The unhindered light of Amida Buddha is a sun of wisdom, dispersing the darkness of our ignorance. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Thank you, Reverend Kuwahara, for your wonderful Dharma message. This is written, in the script. No, it's okay. 大丈夫。はい。Okay. And then, so now I'd like to introduce tonight's guests. And then first, Tamara and Scott Manley. Manley, かな? Here? Okay, thank you. And then Maverick. Maverick. Oh. And then Jennifer Hand. Any other guest or first time at this temple? Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。Thank you. So now I'd like to say thank you to those who have made tonight's service possible. First, Reverend Kuwahara, thank you for being a chairperson today. No, this is kind of my communication mismanagement. I should have found chairperson earlier. ごめんなさい。And then thank you, Emiko-san and the BBT music team for the beautiful music for the Garsa Ondok-san today. And then thank you, December Toban, and then some other volunteer people who set up the refreshment and then soba noodle after the service. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。And then thank you, CJ Sensei, for assisting tonight's service. ありがとうございます。And then thank you everyone in person and virtually for attending today's service. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. Okay, so the announcements. So tomorrow at the 10 a.m., we are going to have a New Year's Day service. If you are available, please join us at the 10. I know it's Monday, but if you can, please join us. And then Wednesday, January 3rd, 7 p.m., we will have an evening meditation and discussion session. And then the Sunday service resumes on Sunday, January 7th, which is a January monthly memorial service, January ショーツですね。はい、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Now, I'd like to pass the microphone to Reverend CJ to ごめんなさい。So, thank you, David. So before we move on to the, hitting the bell and the Oshoko, now I would like to conclude the service for the people virtually attending this service. So again, thank you very much, people attending the service on YouTube. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.